Open your eyes. You hear the voice. However, you realize it's less of a voice and more of a feeling like a vibration passing through. You open your eyes but see nothing. You realize it's so dark you have no idea whether your eyes are open or closed. It's not just dark either. Dark would be a generous description of what you are experiencing. This is an absence of color. You see nothing. You feel nothing. There's no heat. There's no cold. You glance down at your arms and hands and see nothing. You take a step, but feel no footsteps or surface. Where am I? Your question is simple. The answer you receive provides little explanation. You are in the void. Existentially, you should feel fear, but you don't. You don't really feel anything. You're in a state of complete apathy. You knew that the use of the term void was proper. It's not just a place, but a state. The void? Yes, comes the answer. The answer again provides no explanation. You feel fragments and flickers of awareness. You know one thing. You once existed, but you don't remember anything else. I died. Your response is declarative. You were once living, but no longer are. You did, the response comes. You once existed. You will continue to exist. This should be reassuring and create some sense of peace, but you don't get any of that. The thought of dying doesn't produce any feeling. The void is where we go after we die, you ask. Yes. Who are you? Are you God? No. The voice provides no additional clarification, and you decide to rephrase your question. Who are you then, if not God? A pulse moves through you. You understand that you are in the presence of existence. Simple as that. Everything that ever was or will be is around you. Thoughts drift through the void. Eternity, infinity, the absolute, the all. You are... But you can't put what existence is into words. You want to say God, but you remember the earlier response. Yes, comes the reply. Why am I here, you ask? You are here because here is where we all come to begin again. Where we all come to begin? Begin what? The reply is simple. Our experience. Our existence. You begin to feel the vibration again and notice the presence of a sound in the form of a changing pitch. A pitch that pulses and changes tempo. Memories flood through your being. Memories of loved ones and children, pets and friends, decisions made and missed, a life lived. It is in this moment you start to realize that the void is eternal and unending. It's a place to connect with everything that is. Another pulse and pitch pass through your existence. You see, but that would not be the correct term. You feel hundreds of lives in a moment, possibly thousands of them, all unique throughout existence. The memory of all these lives quickly fleets away. My life. You say it's simple. One life that represents many. But you understand that saying my life is not correct. Our life, you say. Yes, the reply follows. We are experiencing life. Yes. Self-realization begins to set in as you understand what your purpose has been. Existence, or everything, or whatever the correct term should be, experiences life through fragments of itself. Individual, unique fragments that interact with each other to create unique experiences. An infinite number of lives experience being throughout space. You wanted to say time, but you know that would not be correct, as some of the memories that pass through you existed outside of time. You find yourself clearly in the thought of your past life and your past identity. I still don't understand. What am I supposed to do here, you ask? A choice, comes the response. To live an experience again, or not. Or not, you say. So I would just not exist? All that exists will always exist, the reply states. So if I choose to not experience life, I would, what? Stay here? Stay in the void? We are the void. We would remain here in this instance. The void, despite being a place of nothingness, is filled with something. It's filled with everything that has lived and experienced a life. How can something so seemingly empty be so full? Can I think about it? Can we think about it? Yes, comes the simple reply, a reply that never wastes a moment. There's no way to discern time, and you reflect on the fragments of your past life. You realize that the memories only bring with them feelings. While it's hard to grasp on the actual events, pervasive emotions are all that seem to come through. And while there was pain and suffering and regret, there was also kindness and happiness and love. It was these feelings of love and kindness that overpowered all the others. It was these experiences that remain strongest, even here in this place. Is that the purpose of existence? Is it to experience this love and compassion that exists for ourselves and others? It's at this moment that what can be considered a warmth passes through and brings with it all the love from all the experiences lived. This is the point of existence, to exist for each other. Even though there were lives led that did not turn out in ways expected, it always ends up back in the void. Will we remember any of this, you ask? We always retain an inherent understanding of what we are, the response comes. The void represents a place of reflection without judgment and guilt. It represents a reset. It represents a place to connect with all that has existed and share these experiences. Existence is unconcerned with what is good or evil, but exists to experience everything as it will be, whether good or bad. Despite this, the one feeling that remained strongest in the void was that of love and being loved. I'm ready, you say, without hesitation. There's no concept of time in the void. Whether 1 second or 10 million years, the outcomes are always the same. While there is a catharsis to the void, you now realize that maybe you did choose to not live and experience life, but now you're ready to do so. Perhaps this is how it always is? Reflection that leads to realizations? As you exist in the void, the absence slowly begins to dissolve, and a pinpoint of light can be seen. The light seems to be coming from a great distance and progressively increases in luminosity. The light is not only getting brighter, but also bigger. It increases in size and gives the appearance of a tunnel quickly rushing forward. The light quickly encompasses everything until you hear a voice. Open your eyes.